With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
The question is, during the adsorption of krypton on the activated charcoal at low temperature, which of the options is correct, right? So basically, whenever adsorption takes place, right, this is the surface, right? Let this be the surface of adsorption, which is the adsorbent, right? And adsorbate molecules are coming and getting adsorbed on the surface, right? So these molecules, they are known as the adsorbate molecules, right? So they are known as the adsorbate molecules. So what happens is that when these molecules are adsorbed on the surface, when they are adsorbed on the surface, they are going to form some bonds on the. They are going to form some bond with the adsorbent, right, with the surface of adsorption, right, and as they are coming and adsorbing on the surface, they are forming bonds and they are going to release some energy, right? They are going to release some energy because some kind of bonds will be formed here. Okay, maybe weak bonds or maybe strong bonds, but bonds will be formed here, and when bonds will be formed, then there will be a release in energy. It means that the delta H is going to be negative, right? So during the process of adsorption, delta H is negative because when the molecules are adsorbed on the surface, they form bonds which leads to a release in energy, right? Now if we talk about delta S, what happens is that, for example, you have a gas, right? You have a gas and the molecules of a gas, they are spread apart, right? They can move randomly. They have large spaces between them. They can move randomly, right? But now what you are doing is that you are bringing a surface of charcoal here. So when you bring the surface of charcoal here, what happens? That all these gas molecules, they start to adsorb on the surface of this charcoal. So the randomness is now going to decrease because they're going to adsorb on the surface. And when the randomness decreases, it means that delta S decreases, so delta S also becomes negative. Okay, so delta H is negative because energy will be released on the formation of bonds, and delta S is negative because randomness is going to decrease, right? So whenever adsorption takes place, adsorption is a spontaneous process. At low temperature, adsorption is a spontaneous process. It means that the delta G is negative. And if we talk about the expression, delta G is delta H minus T delta S. So when delta S is negative, delta S is negative because randomness is decreasing, and delta G is negative, only then delta G is going to be negative, right? So now delta S is going to be negative only, and delta G can be negative only if delta H is negative, right? Because we need an overall answer of delta G equal to negative, right? So you can either do it from this approach, from the delta G approach, from the Gibbs free energy approach, or you can simply understand by the delta H and delta S concept, okay? So therefore, both delta H and delta S are going to be less than 0. And this is given to you in option number 2. So option 2 is the correct answer for the question.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.